Hey guys, Elite Legionario here, bringing you the second fort battle against King Henry IV. I will be playing as Egypt and he will be in command of Macedon. So, I'm attacking again as he still wanted to defend. So I have 4 units of peasants with a ram, with the rams each, so that's what I'm using here, and he is wisely flaming them with his arrows. It's a good move because we can destroy them, then I can't get in. So what I have is 5 units of gold Pharaoh's guards. This is 10k by the way. I have 1 on each flank over here, and 3 in the main central area, and I have a unit of gold attack, 2 units of gold attack desert cav. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of silver attack Pharaoh's bowmen as well. I anticipated that he would have Cretan archers, and I figured I would most certainly need to make use of the superior Pharaoh's bowmen rather than just standard regular bowmen, which I would otherwise have chosen. But I think you need good high quality units in a siege situation. So anyway, he's going to bring a couple of companion cavalry with him, and they are around about gold attack. He's got some archers, and he's using a good move here. He comes out for a quick strike and gets one of my rams. That was a very good move. And I was hoping to catch it out here with my desert cavalry, and desert cavalry are very good against companion cavalry or other heavy cavalry units because of the armor piercing axe, but I don't do quite as well here because I haven't got the mass numbers and the mass upgrades for them. But I do, however, cause significant damage to his companion cavalry here, but he does have a reinforcing unit come in that does destroy my man before my second cavalry unit could come in and assist. However, he did lose a large number of companion cavalry in that tussle. This unit went all the way down from 53 down to 8, so and I still have full cavalry unit left. But he did clean out that side, so he obviously had those 2 companions. He had 1, 2, he's got 3 Cretan archers, which are taking a severe beating, except for this unit here from my they are gold, however, they're very strong, but they would have been very expensive, but my men are doing a very good job against them. Particularly the front 2, which have nearly destroyed this unit. He's got a unit of standard silver archers, and he has 3 units of royal pikemen, which is silver. So he's gone with a small 3 units of silver royal pikemen. So he's gone with a small pike force, but his pikes are indeed better. But I have ignored this Cretan unit over here, instead focused my attention onto shooting the flank of this particular royal pikeman here, which is now down to 100, from 120 down to 73. I anticipate I will have trouble with them. My pikes are indeed outperformed by them, so I need to be careful with that. However, I do make a bit of a blunder here with these guys, and I make a couple of micro errors, and I don't keep up with them, so they do get steadily withered down by these arrows, which I'm not paying enough attention to. So I do make a few mistakes, and so does he. But I do manage to break through here, and it's quite quiet, so I'll turn it up. I quite like fort battles, they're quite fun, but I do manage to get them in now, but you'll see in a moment I don't move them in very quickly, and I take quite a lot of casualties. So in a moment what I'm going to do is, what I'm doing now is I'm ignoring his archers for the most part, and I'm still targeting the flanks of his men. These men are down to 54. I need to thin them out because, again, as I said, royal pikemen are better, and they've also got a good defensive position. So I need to thin them out for my Pharaoh's guards to have as much success as I like. So I'm aiming for flank shots with my bowmen here, same over here. I want to thin them out, and I've had pretty much success because they are 120 when at full strength, and this one's down to 48, so this one's been more than halved. So what I'm going to try and do is just thin them out that way. I'm mostly ignoring his Cretans. I don't think him bringing Cretans was necessary. He had a good defensive position, so standard archers probably would have been sufficient. Although, having said that, to anticipate Pharaoh's bowmen might have been at least idea to have some Cretans. I don't think he needed to go gold on his Cretans though, because it would have been very, very expensive. I probably would have just gone with more pikes than that. And some more standards, but perhaps had 1 or 2 Cretians with some limited upgrades. So here my men are ramming through the wall here, over here. I've broken the other areas, but I want to make sure I've got multiple entry points so I can come in. These units were placed in loose formation just to make sure they didn't take too much of a beating, but they have been untouched. But these Pharaoh's Bowmen are an excellent bow unit for sure. Forester Warband are the best bow unit in this game, but probably for second I would either tie the Pharaoh's Bowmen or the Cretians up. Cretians probably have a slightly better attack, but the defense rating on the Pharaoh's Bowmen is quite a bit better. So a very tight battle between these 2 units of archers. And of course then there's Chosen Archer Warband and Archer Auxilia, which are still fairly up their archers as well. So his mistake is allowing his flanks to be shot here. He's lost look at this unit here, it's down to 19 men. This unit has merely been completely destroyed. He has lost 101 men, 102 men. This unit's going to be pretty much destroyed by archer fire alone. Now, what I would have done probably in his case is had maybe some peasants or something like that, and just sit the peasants in the back behind the pikes, and even if your enemy tries hitting your pikemen in the back, there's a very high probability you'll hit the peasants and not the pikes. So the losses you'll take are much. You will lose some, it's inevitable, but not as many. So a good way to shield them. So here's, like I said about the blunder, I didn't really pay enough attention here, and as you can see this unit's down to 38 and it was at like 68, so I lost a lot of men to missile fire here because I just didn't pay enough attention. I was too busy focusing on other areas of the field. So I'm going to charge them with my peasants. This is simple, I just want them to basically force them to endure, but look at that, instant rout. Not that it really matters, I just want to try and draw his attention more. So I do come in here, but I mean the losses are huge. That was just sloppy micro work there, guys. I believe in the last fight I said I don't usually make those kind of errors, and I don't anymore, but I did this time, so it doesn't mean I don't make them either, I just don't make them as often as I used to. So I'm comfortable my Pharaoh's Bowmen here can clean out these royal pikemen, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to he actually uses his general here and he kills my general, which was a bit of a... But I want to try and get my my cavalry into him here with the armor-piercing axe, but this probably wasn't the best idea, and I don't have much success there. But if I can stall it, that's fine, but they don't even stall, so they rout pretty quickly there, but that's not all that surprising. But what I'm doing is I'm using my Pharaoh's Bowmen to do the infantry fighting over here, so that way I can condense double units on each point. As you can see, a really thick front of pikes here, just to smash straight through this royal pikeman unit here is what I'm aiming to achieve. So here I get my pikes down, very dense formation, try and just break through. I'm going to bring these units of Pharaoh's Bowmen in that are now out of arrows, and I'm just going to try and just sort of basically just push through really hard through in a dense, thick formation, just try and push straight through these royal pikemen. That won't be easy though. I'm going to aim to do a similar thing here. Now what I'm going to do is use my peasants and my Pharaoh's Bowmen to try and stop him hammer and anviling. So that way if he hammer and anvils, they'll obviously die, but they will actually slow him down. But here I managed to, I get my remaining men into him, my horses regrouped, and now I've got my other units in support, and this is fine. This just keeps his cavalry away from my other men so they won't get shot in the flank or hit in the flank. Unfortunately this unit of Pharaoh's guards here routs, which was really bad, and so does this unit, so they kind of just instant routed, but they will come back, fortunately. At the time it was a bit of a concern though, but I break through here and I've got my bowmen in the flank of his men here, so what I want to try and do is want to get them to come back, and fortunately they do come back, like I said, otherwise I would have been in quite a bit of trouble there. So over here his companions are doing a good job. So it was very wise to have a couple of cavalry units in this situation, because fort battles you can be a little more proactive cavalry wise because it's a much smaller field. Over here where his troops got much weakened by more missile fire, my guys just absolutely cream it and cut through them. So I break through there pretty easily. And I'm going to charge my peasants in again. Of course that was just pretty much a waste of time, but these units are regrouped. I don't know why they just sort of cracked and cave routed before. It was kind of annoying. But his units have been sort of messed up a bit, and of course I'm punching through whatever's left over here. and I'm on my way with whatever else I can afford to spare. So this one's much more down to the wire in my opinion. My opponent, I believe, he definitely took some lessons from that last fight, and he fought very well indeed. So what I decide to do here, I believe, is, now, where are they? I think with these Pharaoh's bowmen guards that are fighting these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in from the front with these guys, because I anticipate that'll happen again. So I'm going to come around the front with these guys and my Pharaoh's bowmen, and I'm going to go around the flank and go into this gap over here and come around behind him. That way I can encircle him. And this unit's been freed up, these units have been freed up, so I should be able to use them soon as well. However, he does have cavalry roaming the field, but I've left my Pharaoh's bowmen behind to stall that, and I've got other Pharaoh's bowmen to keep supporting as well, so that's okay. So I'm getting pretty banged up over here though, but fortunately I'm right behind this line now. So this unit of Royal Pikemen held out, so I mean it was very, very useful that I was able to shoot them in the flank all that time with those arrows, otherwise I would have had a lot of trouble with them. So now that I'm directly behind him, I shouldn't have too much difficulty trying to reach him here. And he's getting sandwiched now, so that's pretty sweet. And he's trying to use his general unit here. Here's his general. I love the look this mod adds to the Macedonian general. But that routs him, and so I managed to squish him, sandwich his men in here, and that's pretty much their end. He only had 3 infantry units, I had 4. That actually gives us relatively equal numbers, but you have to take into account that Royal Pikemen have 40 extra men over Pharaoh's Guard, so that's an extra unit and a half. So I had slightly more infantry men than him in terms of numbers, but Royal Pikemen are better than Pharaoh's Guards, plus he had the defensive position. I would say he had the Archer Supremacy probably, because he had more upgrades, but I had the open areas to work with, so I'm pretty even there probably actually. So now he's just going to get whatever he's got left and go into the centre. And we were going to do a third one, but I hosted a third one, but I couldn't find him in the lobby, or he left or something. So this is the last fort battle against King Henry the Fourth. But he was a good opponent, and he was friendly, and I enjoyed these games. I personally don't really like a lot of sieging on Rome Total War, because I think it's very sort of unreliable and glitchy. Quite often what happens when I do sieges, didn't happen in these two, but it has happened to me quite often before, is my archers or missile units just walk to the walls and they don't fire, and it's really frustrating. So I'm just finishing them off here. I hadn't played as Egypt for a while, so that was why I used them here. Again though, Egypt's a pretty overpowered faction really, with the chariots and all that, but obviously in a siege battle, chariots are pretty redundant. Well, not redundant, but would be quite hard to implement. So his general's back in the fray fighting. This general was pretty awesome in this fight, and he's running again. But he keeps routing and then rejoining. He's going to get back into the thick of it, but I believe we'll kill him in a moment. And this I must admit, his general fought hard both times, so it was cool for him. So there is the Macedonian general dead, and he's just getting trod on there by my men. But this one goes to me as well, but a more tighter game than the last one in my opinion. It was harder, I lost more men. I took quite some serious beatings in more than one case, so a very good game indeed to my opponent, King Henry IV here. But fort battles are really fun, I rather like them to be honest. And I'm just about to capture the city now. So my general guy there is rather excited. Again, if you look, I had quite a few more men than him actually. I had, again, relatively around 500 men more, 400 in this case, but pretty high up. So I had 1318. 787 kills and 526 men left, and King Henry IV had 792 men, 929 kills. So he actually killed quite a lot more than I killed, and he doesn't have any men surviving. So my general unit got just totally creamed. That was that micro mistake. I allowed them to sit and take too many arrows. This unit here, however, made up nicely, 83, and this unit did pretty good as well, 76 and 50. But the Pharaoh's Bowmen, 100, 161, 82, and 136. This goes to them, as in most cases for Egypt, these units get a lot of kills. Desert Cav, they didn't come off as well, but again, Desert Cav are really effective against heavy cav, but really only when they're in big numbers, in my opinion. For one-for-one fighting, they do inflict a heavy deal of casualties, but they usually don't come out on top unless they're packing a considerable upgrade advantage. But when they're in mass numbers, it's a different story. And because they're so cheap and you can put so many upgrades on them and get them in mass numbers, they can be super effective out in the open standard kind of fight. So this goes to the Pharaoh's Bowmen, but a few of the Pharaoh's Guard put up a good fight. But peasants, I think, like people just people bring, like when they siege, they bring in all the good units, and they get they're hammered by towers and arrows and all sorts of bits and pieces like that, and it makes it a lot harder. That's why I think a peasant is a vital, absolute need for any siege. I use them in all my sieges because they can do all the work. They can do the towers, they can do the rams, they can do the saps, they can do all that, and doesn't matter if they die, they're expendable. So only an average victory this time though, so very good game to King Henry IV, and hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon next time.